So I was sitting on the ninth car of a train, looking through the window pane, flashing my titties to the world cause I ain't got no shame. Rested on the floor, I had a bag full of snacks and a sandwich. It was to be a long trip and I did not want to be famished. A couple hours go by and I heard over the intercom that the dining car was open now, we should all get our eat on. But I stayed sedentary, just not really caring. Cause as you heard, I was fully stocked up on goodies to fill my gut. But some others stood up and they formed a conga line so that they could make their way to the same place so that they could dine. But still I remained on the ninth car of that train. But suddenly to the left, a beauty that took my breath. And did she know it? Who the hell knows? But then all I could think of was, where did she go? I spent too long trapped in a stasis that was set off by a glance from her eyes, making me crave her embraces. And so did I rise from the comfort of my seat in hopes of catching up with her feet. Now, in my mind, it took a couple seconds to think over some self-queries. Like, could she really be worth the effort and possibly pain? But then the rest of my brain says, why are you listening to that punk? You know, if we were at sea, he'd be the hole that would get our ass sunk. And then bam! I then did slam right into someone's booth, practically chipping my tooth. And as I look to my right, I see the girl who nearly disappeared into the night. She chuckled softly as I slid into my seat without a sound, and suddenly it was as if all the volume got turned down. Both of us so silent, and really I can't imagine why. I'm sure even simple words could emerge if only we tried. And then, without her lips even parting, she beckoned me to follow her, and I felt a new adventure starting. I trailed behind her softly as I secretly pondered all the odd things that I was noticing as we continued to wander. For instance, as I looked around, I noticed there were no longer any other people to be found. And since when did the train get so damn long? I could no longer deny that some things just seemed wrong. Oh, and the ninth car of that train was not number 264, out of who knows how many more. Outside was only darkness. I saw not even a tree, and mentally I was breaking down my hypotheses of what might be happening to me. And every once in a while, she turned back to send me another inviting smile, and also a stare that damn near made me unaware that I was even still following her there. But where? I had not a clue. But let me tell you this about your friend, the Boogaloo. I've really always been more curious and cautious, so I simply ignored that even my spirit felt nauseous. So finally we ended up in the last car of the train, and so seductively she pulled me close to her frame. Her lips moved in close to mine and she said, "You've just lost the game." And with that, she pushed me out the back door. So, all along, her aim was to ensure that I'd be no more. For what felt like hours, I kept expecting my back to hit tracks, but they never came. And then I couldn't even see the train. I was starting to feel like little Miss Alice Liddell, things becoming curiouser and curiouser, like I was under some spell. But lost as she was, at least she was somewhat guided. I had no knights, hatters, or cats to help me after being blindsided. And then I started to think, maybe the punk side of my brain wouldn't really have caused me to sink. Oh well, too late. I guess this is not my fate. But wait, so what was that girl? Was she a hallucination, ghost, android? You know what? It didn't even matter now, because she left me lost in some sort of a void. Doomed to float along, perhaps, for all eternity. But who knows, maybe then I could find complete tranquility. So, how did I get out? How am I still walking about? Does this end the saga of the train that was once filled with strangers? Well, to hear that, y'all will have to wait till later.